it's time for some high school football. Welcome into our latest edition of Under the Lights. I'm Haley Lewis, and we're going to kick off our Hy-Vee high school game of the week. We got the 4-2 Piper Pirates at the 5-0 Spring Hill Broncos. Let's head to the highlights. Purple only. In tonight's main event, Piper start fast. Quarterback Blake Porter keeping it himself and scores the second of the first half. Pirates up early, 14-0. Now Spring Hill trying to generate some good mojo here. Cameron Crockett thinks he's hauled it in, but the refs say no catch. All right, no problem for the Broncos. Fletcher, Pankey finds Draven Pipkin, and they score. Broncos missing the extra point, though. They trail by 1 at the break. But Spring Hill holds off Piper with a 32-27 victory. Our own Aaron Ladd was there with the post-game reaction.
It was really an uninspiring effort for most of the first half from our host school for this week's Hy-Vee game of the week. Spring Hill Broncos very sloppy with the ball and unable to convert on key third downs in the first half, which puts them down 2 touchdowns early. Well, they erased that deficit in the second half and going to continue their perfect season here at home.
It was awesome. The shack was packed tonight. Turnovers cost us, but I thought both teams were playing hard. A lot of respect for Piper and the way they played tonight. We're just trying to go 1-0 every week. We'll get ready. Let the dust settle. We'll get ready for next week.
The dream season continues for Spring Hill. They're 7-0 and continuing the 2021 season. Reporting for our Hy-Vee game of the week, Aaron Ladd, KSHB 41 Sports.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Another big game tonight. Lawrence taking on Olathe North. Both teams coming off 40-point wins last week. Could the fireworks continue tonight? A blast from the past. Former KU defensive coordinator Clinton Bowen, the head coach for Lawrence High. Early second quarter, Noah Palmer on the 1-yard touchdown run. Olathe North taking a 7-0 advantage. We go to the middle second quarter. Truman, Jules Guard off the play action, and the boot chucks it deep to Dominic Ostranich for the 29-yard sliding touchdown. We're all tied up at 7 now. Late third quarter, that's Palmer again, 1-yard touchdown. Olathe North taking a 14-7 lead. Fourth quarter, Jules Guard with a 5-yard touchdown run. We're all tied up at 14. Let's go to the late fourth quarter now. Olathe North here facing 4th and 3. Can't convert. Turnover on downs after that one. We jump ahead, 1 second left on the clock. Grant Glasgow, 21-yarder. It is good. He connects with the field goal, and Lawrence wins it 17-14 over Olathe North. Now, last week, Park Hill and Lee Summit North both lost to schools with Liberty in their name. Both defeats by 3 points. So for Lee Summit North, it was the first loss of the season, and both schools are trying to get back to their new winning trend. Lee Summit North serving as host for Park Hill. This one, all Broncos. In the second quarter here, Trey Baker scrambles, able to find Gerald Griffin, dives it in for a touchdown. North added to an earlier field goal, making it their score 10-0. More Broncos here. Baker hands it off to Quincy Baker. A little bobble, but Quincy able to secure the rock and runs it into the end zone. That makes it 17-0. Here we go, less than 3 minutes remaining in the half. Broncos in Wildcat formation. That's junior wide receiver Isaiah Mosey behind the center. Snaps, shakes the defender, takes it to the house, 24-0. Lee Summit North goes on to win this one 38-0. And Blue Valley Northwest, a perfect 6-0 on the season. They've outscored their opponents 186-45 in the past 4 weeks. Could St. Thomas Aquinas slow them down? Let's see. Blue Valley Northwest, St. Thomas Aquinas. First quarter, here we go. 3rd and 6 from the 35. This one handed off to sophomore Gianni Rizzi, who tiptoes all the way down the sideline into the end zone. Saints go up 7-0. Here we go, Rizzi finding another end zone. Saints up in this one, 14-0, just added a non-second quarter. Grant Stubblefield takes the handoff, breaks through the middle on his way, 65 yards to the house. Huskies gonna get the 2-point conversion. QB Mikey Polly finding Nick Kusick. We're all tied up at 14. Saints go on to punt. 3rd and long, bad snap. Over the head, Huskies jump on it. That's going to be a safety. They go up by 2 right before the half. Saints QB Maxwell Ford throws up a prayer, and it's caught. Evan Kammerer for the Saints, 22-16 at the half. Aquinas goes on to win 35-16, taking down the previously unbeaten Blue Valley Northwest Huskies. And it was homecoming for St. Michael tonight. The Guardians 4-2 on the season, hosting 4-2 Hogan Prep Rams, looking to spoil their night. To the field we go. It's 7-7 in the first quarter. Guardians here marching down the field. Nice little 25-yard run by Ellis. Edwards gets St. Michael within field goal range. Here comes Max Ellis with the kick. It's good. Guardians go up 3 more, 10-7. Here we are in the first still. St. Michael gets the ball back. Hogan Prep there with the pressure, though. Dylan Zahn sends up a prayer. Prep's coverage just too good. Zahn here gonna get the ball back, trying again, this time with a run, but Matthew Lafayette there with the tackle for loss. All right, we got one more try for the Guardians before the half. Zahn looking across the middle, slings it. It's tipped, and that's gonna be a pick for Hogan Prep by Diamond Walker. St. Michael wins it in the end, though, 41-16 over Hogan Prep. Guys, it's already time to take our first break. When we return, we stay under the lights. We got more high school football action headed your way. Checking in with Kearney and Grandview, plus another Blue Valley School matchup. That's coming up next. Plenty more high school football headed your way, but first it's time for our Metro Matchup Moment of the Night, sponsored by D. Pasquale Moore Law Firm. We're going to pick up in the first quarter. Here's Sumner's Antonio Harrison on the 1-yard touchdown. That makes it 7-0. Here we go, still first quarter. Harrison again this time, runs it up the gut, breaks a couple of tackles, bounces outside, finds daylight in a 29-yard touchdown run. Is gonna make it 14-0 Sumner. They roll over Harmon 60-0, and again, that was our Metro Matchup Moment of the Night, sponsored by D. Pasquale Moore Law Firm. All right, Blue Valley at Blue Valley West. We pick up early in the second quarter. Charlie Windrick, 24-yard field goal. That's going to make it 3-0 Blue Valley West. We go to the late second quarter. Micah Montanen with the 22-yard field goal. Okay, now we're tied up at 3. Field goal to field goal, middle third quarter. Here we go. Gage Roach to Jack Schneider. Nice little 6-yard touchdown run. Blue Valley West taking a 17-0 lead. Blue Valley comes back to win it, though, 23-17. And Kearney visiting Grandview. We pick it up first quarter. Ian Acosta here. 20-yard touchdown run. Kearney taking a 7-0 lead. There we go, Bulldogs. Still in the first quarter. Grandview's Keenan Jones, 5-yard touchdown run. Ties it up at 7. Fast forward to the third quarter. KJ Smith here. Here we go. 10-yard touchdown run. That makes it 36-15 Kearney. Kearney rolls in on this one, 53-21 over Grandview. And St. Pius Warriors taking on Lafayette. St. Pius 6-1 on the season. The Warriors looking to keep that winning momentum rolling into Friday night. We pick up in the first quarter. Warriors getting ready to keep the win streak going. Shane Dorian, touchdown catch, making it 7-0 for the Warriors. Oh yeah, there we go. Get a little celebration. We got to stick in the first quarter. Here we go. Robbie Sharp running it all the way into the house. A nice little rushing touchdown. 14-0 Warriors. Let's stay in the first quarter, and heck, why don't we just stay with the same player? Here comes Sharp again. Rushing touchdown. Finding the end zone. 20-0 Pius leading 33-0 at the half. The Warriors get the winning, rolling again. St. Pius taking this one 42-7. All right, now it's time to welcome in the man of the moment. Welcome in our high school football expert, Dion Clisso from Preps KC. Dion, always a pleasure having you on. I hope you survived the first kind of chilly night of high school football, hopefully from your cozy home while I was out on those sidelines. But I got to ask you, best win you saw of the night?
Well, I'd say Excelsior Springs beating Odessa, ending their 31-game winning streak. And Odessa had been banged up a lot of the season, and they lost a few more guys tonight. But Excelsior Springs is a good team. They're a team to keep an eye on in Class 4 on the Missouri side. They came out, they jumped on them early, and that's a big win for Excelsior Springs to go down to Odessa and get that.
What about the biggest surprise of the night? After you looked at all those scores, who really stood out to you?
Well, St. Thomas Aquinas loses of 4 in a row, beating Blue Valley Northwest, who was undefeated. And somewhere on Twitter, I saw someone say, well, it's not an upset. Hey, you lose 4 in a row and you beat a 6-0 team, that's an upset. I don't care what you think, how you think you are, but you've lost 4 in a row and not look good doing it. And then you beat the number 2 team in the state in Class 6A. That's a good win, and it is an upset, no doubt about it.
Absolutely, huge win for them. Last question for you. Favorite for state, the way too early favorite you got going?
Well, I would have told you Blue Valley Northwest on the Kansas side. I think tonight shows that 6A Kansas race is wide open. You saw Lawrence and Olathe North play a tight game. Blue Valley wins their 6th straight in a great game over Blue Valley West. So there's really no favorites there. 5A in Kansas, no real favorites there. 4A is wide open. I think on the Missouri side, you've got Liberty North. I think they're definitely a favorite. Lee Summit North bounced back from their loss to Liberty North. The dominated Park Hill. So those two teams go to opposite sides of the bracket. Smithville, I think in my mind, is the biggest lock that has a chance to go there. Going to probably face MICDS from St. Louis possibly in the semifinals. So that could be a big one right there.
All right, Deanne, we'll have to keep a close watch on it. We'll get joined by you later in the show. Coming up on Under the Lights, we have our Hy-Vee Game of the Week options for next Friday, how you can vote. We'll see you then. Welcome back into Under the Lights. We're in the 4th quarter here on this show. Let's welcome back in our high school football analyst, Dion Clisso from Preps KC. Dion, I want to get your take on these potential Hy-Vee Game of the Weeks for next week. Remember, you can go online and vote at kshb.com/myvote. Cast your pick. It's going to be Ray-Pec at Park Hill, Blue Valley West at Blue Valley Northwest. We got Lee Summit North at Lee Summit West and Free State at Lawrence. Dion, what game strikes you?
Well, the Blue Valley games, almost every single one of them this year has been a fantastic game. And I think Blue Valley Northwest needing to bounce back from that loss, playing a Blue Valley West team that gave Blue Valley all it wanted and had beaten St. Thomas Aquinas the week before. Is capable of beating anybody at any time. I think that's a great one. The Free State Lawrence matchup is a good one too. All
right, Dion, we're going to have to find out what you guys pick. Thanks again for joining us. And that's all the time we have for on this week's edition of Under the Lights. Remember, we hope to see you back here next week, and go online right now, kshb.com/myvote. Cast those votes, guys. See you next week.